you great, then seize the day. Look like you coming to seize the day. And I get annoyed when I see young girls at the store with bonnets on their heads. The bonnet is for the crib. And be like, girl, didn't your mama teach you take the bonnet off and leave it in your pillowcase? Don't wear that out in the street. You know, someone said something. I'm sorry. We got to come all the way into that. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Dealing with our person inside of the greatness that we've already been created as, without trying to use something outside to fulfill voids inside. That means you haven't found yourself, and that lack of confidence is not going to create for you the person that God wants you to be. So start with yourself. Make yourself feel great.
That's
Do
good.
for yourself. Yeah, you might have kids, um, uh, you know, you might have kids, you may not have kids, you may be married, you may not be married. Start with you. Get a good, do something good with your hair, do something good with your face. Put on get you some Victoria's. I love now my signature scent from Victoria's Secrets, and if you smell me, you're like, oh my god, that smells good. It's very sexy. For Her One by Victoria's Secret, the red bottle. Oh, that's my favorite stuff. I love a body wash. I love a lotion. I love the perfume. I love the body spray. That's all I wear, and I have a gang of perfume. Every woman. My auntie told me this. My great grand aunt, God rest her soul, her beautiful soul, Aunt Gladys. I'm gonna have to post some pictures of her and her sister because they were Hollywood sharp, and my grandfather all the time. Okay, and Aunt Gladys always she got me my first Chanel number 5. She said every woman must have Chanel number 5. She said it's a fashion statement. It's a staple statement, and she said it's classic. It stands time. So I always keep Chanel number 5 in my room. I always keep Victoria's Secret is very sexy on deck. You know what I'm saying? Like Apostle J, when I'm running out of it, he'll take my little credit card up there and surprise me. You know what I'm saying? I'll appreciate it every single time because it just smells so good, and it just smells so good. I just love Very Sexy for that's my favorite perfume. Period across the board. Um, what else? I have Victor Ralph Flower Bomb, but I gave it to somebody because after I had Maya, at first it was one of my other favorite scents, but after I had Maya, I just couldn't stand it anymore, so I gave it to someone else. Um, so I think what else? Because I have a box of perfume.
Yes.
That little voice. That was cute. But you gotta smell good to take the day. So my auntie always told me that, and I always make sure that I smell like somebody something. Victoria's Secrets is the standard. Generally, if you smell me, I smell like that most of the time. I like Bulgari too. Mm, you know, love them. Just find what works with your body odor, because what work with mine may not, because we have a natural note, and then adding notes to our natural note, some don't work. Like cool water for women did not work for me. It back when it was popular, I couldn't wear it. It would not mesh. So you find out what that even works, and then wear that, and Apostle J, that's another thing. He'll smell that one of those scents, very sexy for her. I think it's probably his favorite of my on me. Um, he be and putting his nose on me and sniffing me. So I was like, That just your big head, it's just a lot, So find out this, because all of that means something inside of your femininity, all of it, and you produce confidence when you feel good, smell good, handle do your face. Get watch some YouTube tutorials on how to, even if it's a basic glam. I'm not saying go all out, balls to the floor, like triple, cut creases. But I am saying, learn how colors work. Learn how to mold them eyebrows up. So, because some colors don't fit together. Learn how to do a nice, clean eyeliner. I do not like when I see women and they eyeliner is off and it ain't working. I be staring and they just talking and my attention is gone off the eyeliner. So learn how to do just the simple things.
Right.
And I will be like, the eyeliner then took me out. Learn how to do the simple things. How to do proper foundation and make it even. No brush strokes in it. No blotchy. Make it a full coverage, fully even. And even if you don't wear makeup, do your face so that your skin, you comfortable in your own skin. I go back to the principle. I have a full face routine twice a day, morning and night. Me and the acids are down. We work together to accomplish glowy, glossy, beautiful skin when I'm not wearing makeup out and about. Right? Like I said yesterday in that photo, I did not have a stitch of makeup on. My eyebrows wasn't even shaped. They were shaped in accordance with me plucking them, tweezing. But no liner, no nothing, no lipstick on. I ain't had none of that on. Just some niacinamide, moisturizer, and some sunblock. Yeah, out here in these streets getting stuff done, and I'm still comfortable in my own skin. Yeah, today I got my hair out in the best little crown braid I can do. I'm not good at braiding. I'm trying to learn how to do it. So this is me attempting to do a crown braid. But this is my protective style too when I'm wearing wigs. How I wear my hair underneath my wigs. So you guys get that? Like, learn this stuff because it's going to help you. And when you feel good, you can give the best to your husband. You can give the best to your kids. You can give the best to your God-given assignment and your God-given abilities. When you feel good, you do your best. When you don't feel as good as you can, you feel empty, you get depressed, you giving and giving and giving, and ain't nobody giving back, la la la. That stuff comes because you haven't taken care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know necessities, with kids, that I have to get my kids shoes, ooh, clothes, blah blah, right? But guess what? I'm gonna also do for me too. I'm gonna make sure that I'm taken care of. I'll make sure my husband's hair is taken care of and that he look good, feel good. He got clothes, he look good, he feel good. Y'all get this? Cause this is important, especially when y'all get off of here and then life hitting and y'all be trying to figure it out.
This is a this
Mhm.
is this is a blessing. It's a blessing to have a community where women to be surrounded by a community of women um, under the leadership that first is very giving. Not only do you care about how you look, you genuinely care, and it flows. We can feel it through this line.
Thank
You
you, Jesus.
know, if you've ever sat and the leadership from the pulpit is throwing javelins, you know, out of a jealous mentality because of how they feel about how they look, and if you've experienced leaders attacking you because of beauty, it's nothing that feel good. So to be surrounded in the community, I know y'all just think I'm like, but I'm so ever loving geek because I just experienced some things that just didn't, you know, just wasn't right, wasn't Christ like.
And, you know,
I
and,
did
and
too,
even
Prophet Tammy. I did
Lord,
too. They got on me when I was going through a tough time. I didn't even know, fell into depression, like wasn't dressing, man. Nobody took me to the side and was like, "Let me help you, sis." It was like, that's what it was.
And I used to take one of Apostle Carrie. I used to take some of them under my wings, and we would go off. And if they would come over my house on the weekends. But then because instead of it being looked at as a part of an extension of ministry, it was my efforts were taken the wrong way. I'm not trying to usurp authority. I'm not trying to take over. This is just who I am, and this is something that is needed. I mean, I've taken women to go get right, get the right, um, get measured and just
Mm-hmm.
done it, and the competition and the arrows and the criticism that you come up against just for being who you are. This is just who I was. This is before I even knew anything about the esthetician. This is just
Mm-hmm.
me being me.
And I would look, if there's some ladies that need help and you can provide for that, please help the sisters out, because it's becoming more and more and more apparent to me that some women did not grow up in an environment where femininity was embraced. I'm blessed. I'm thankful that I had a mother and a father that told me I was beautiful. I'm blessed that I had a mother that would take me sometime and paint my face up. I'm blessed that I would have the ability to stand and watch my mother do her nighttime routine. I'm blessed that my great grandaunts would take me with them and dress me up in their clothes and let me play in their clothes and in their jewelry and in their pearls, and can I have this? And some things and that let me get it, and some things she said, when I die you can get it. it's like, oh, that's so hard. I don't want you to die. Don't say stuff like that to me. That would sit down and, okay, this is how you wear your hat, and this is how you wear your jewelry. My aunties were some hat wearing women, okay, and they wore the 3/4 inch gloves and the jewelry and the jewelry outside the gloves, and and crossing their legs every time they sat. That's what I was raised around. And I'm grateful for that. And it was not condemned. It was not you doing too much. It was not you ugly, because we all about to do it. It don't take all it. No, my auntie told me one time, it take all this and then some. She was in her 80s still putting Noxzema on her face.
Amen.
Her and her sister, they would wake up, put their Noxzema on. They'd be sitting because they had their Geraldo on and talking about that, and, and that's, they'd have their hair tied up, with the little things on. It'd be like little bitty plaits, and they got it tied up with the towel on, and they got the Noxzema on, and they house coats, and girl, did you see that? Child, da, 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 and they had a little gossip bit, and they watched their stuff off, and Gladys was in her 80s still wearing rouge lipstick. She would put her best little chocolate wig on, her jewelry, her hat, okay, and then she would put that lipstick on and be out the door.
Amen.
So I'm blessed that it was embraced around me, because I'm getting a lot of stories of it just was not embraced, and people were not taught. And Gladys was one of the original singers for the Pilgrim Baptist Church here in Chicago under the guy that Thomas Dorsey. So she was a Thomas Dorsey singer, and
Wow.
and she kept herself together for many years. Even when they both passed, I was over my Aunt Edna's, basically trying to plan her funeral. I made sure this girl was laced all the time. I'm going to make sure she's laced all the time. We putting her away properly. She going to look like royalty. Same thing with my Aunt Gladys. Make sure they look how they always looked. Because it was always embraced. Gladys would smell like Chanel No. 5. And Annette wore John Tay, Jonte, John Tay, and she would just wear it, and you'd smell them coming. Or if they had been in the area, I would smell. They would, walk around the house, and okay, Annette was just in this room here in the living room. Annette moved to the kitchen, because you would smell them coming and you would smell them going. And I believe all of that is important because it makes you feel good. When you feel good, you can give people your best without feeling like you being run dry.
Yeah.
Y'all got any questions? I pray y'all take this stuff and apply it. Don't just take the information in there and not use it. How about that? Apply. When COVID situation COVID ends, I'm gonna take y'all to some of my favorite places, and we're gonna experience some of this stuff in person. I'm trying to find a good place to take everyone for fitting, even with clothes and stuff like that, so that you dress in accordance to your destiny, not dressing trying to guess, getting this off the rack and then it don't hang right, it don't look right, because again, you can't. For some of y'all, I can't wear what y'all can wear. For some of y'all can't wear what I can wear. So we gonna work this out when all of this COVID when it passes over finally. They let the world go back to usual with it passing over, because I'm not in agreement with it. Just everybody just returned to work and it ain't passed over. You're saying now that people are expendable. You're saying that the elderly who are vulnerable are expendable. You're saying children are expendable, and I don't like the subversive language behind humans being expendable.
New York is
So
crying out for help right now, and he won't listen. They just he not listening. They not listening. It's really bad. So I'm wondering if they're gonna like just nationwide shut off state lines and keep travel. At least do that. Keep it isolated
they've
to
done
your
that in
state.
some
But are y'all
states.
gonna?
They did
No,
it here for a while.
my
Hmm.
aunt Patsy lives in New York, and there's nothing that I have. I have three aunts. I had three aunts in New York and one uncle, and one of my aunts died, and like they're trying to figure out what to do. You know.
Mm.
Can't have a funeral.
No,
Can't go to the
not
funeral. Can't give them a proper burial. So we just got dead bodies stacking up, and we're gonna open up the economy and make it worse. They need to take
yeah.
a pay cut.
They
Jump
need to
out
take
on
a
your
pay cut.
front line and go out there first. Yeah, because you just hoarding money, being greedy. So,
Yeah, this is crazy. I've not seen anything like it, but I will say, um, um, I don't always agree with everything Bishop Bernard Jordan talks about. I'm a precursor. My next statement with I don't always agree, just so y'all know. But he did write a book about this in the 80s, and it's
Hmm.
happening just like he said then, now. And he said they were going to try to reopen the economy prematurely, and there was going to be a lot of deaths to follow that. So if he was on, then folk need to listen. So I want everyone to stay protected. So when this does pass over and folk ain't getting
wow.
infected by the thousands, we're gonna have a nice little excursion. We still gonna have our women's hangout overnight, and our sleepover. We still gonna do that. We still gonna do everything we set out to do initially. It's just when this thing passes over and folk
Mhm.
ain't the death toll flattens, because that's how you know things is getting better, is if the death toll flattens. So once
Mhm.
all that happens, and yes, we're gonna have us a good time. We're gonna go to Woodfield. We're going to hang out. We're gonna get some fittings, all of that, um, and have a little learning curve there. You know,
Amen.
I talked to a beautician and she said that she wouldn't mind doing hair, just coming on board and doing hair for everybody. The girl that does me my hair that I stole from Robbie, she said she wouldn't mind doing everybody hair. Okay, so she agreed to that. I'm sure if I talked to my nail tech, she wouldn't mind either. Because she knows she just found out that a lot of folk was going to her because of referral. Who does your nails? Oh, my nails, and And they like, girl, so and so from you, so and so from you, so and so from you. We didn't know that was you. You know. So I know that it wouldn't mind doing nails and feet and stuff because she just has a grace for talking to people and getting you calm, and you know, I have a relationship with them, Wendy and John at Mai's Nails, MAIS, My Nails. You know, so I have a relationship with them. They're good people. So definitely, we're gonna have that day really soon, hopefully, and we're gonna learn this whole femininity thing fully. I want you guys to fully embrace it. So whatever you got to do, I might even take some pictures of some of my acid-based stuff, my glycols, my retinols, my niacinamides, my actives, hyaluronic acid, you know, everything that I have so that y'all can experiment, figure out what's good for your skin so that you can, you know, feel comfortable in your skin, on your skin, you know, get your skin, it should have a nice healthy glow when you're not wearing no makeup. And you should feel comfortable when you're out and about without no makeup on. I feel good, comfortable. You know, I just wear makeup because I like it, not because I feel like it's a necessity. Y'all don't have any more questions? Yes,
And
no,
time
no.
well spent.
Praise the Lord. I'm going to switch it to every second Saturday because Apostle said him and the men's, and I like to see the men's praying. I don't want to ever get in the way of men's ministry. Y'all hear me? When I heard, I said every first and third, okay, sir, we'll do the second Saturdays then, and come on around to work in then with the women. So next month will be on the second Saturday because Apostle and the men's, they doing prayer, and I don't want to get in the way with that. I feel like men praying, men's ministry, mening around is very important. Just like women's ministry, women coming together praying, women in discovery, that's very important. Because the church be trying to rob folk of that. Jealousy and envy and all that mess.
So would that be the weekend of Mother's Day?
Let me check right now. Hey. Mother's Day is the 10th. So that is, yeah, the 9th. The 9th. So we'll come on for a couple of hours and we'll woman feminize up, get some wisdom, ask some questions, get some wisdom from each other, and put on around. So every second Saturday, so the men's could be men's together on the first and the third. If y'all don't have any more questions, we getting ready to sign out. Geneva, I had called you to see how you doing, to check on you and the kids.
I'm good.
Been
We
healthy?
good. Yeah.
Why you looking like that? Like,
I just refused to go get tested. I was supposed to go get tested, but I said no, thank you.
why? Are you sick?
I was.
Really? Were you coughing?
But I had like real bad stomach pain. And
You're not.
mm-mm, mm-mm. I had like a little fever, but I wasn't going to.
Okay. I was like, let me
I,
call and check on these peoples.
yeah, we've been cool.
Oh, y'all still in our prayers, everything.
I haven't been to work. I go back next week. They won't let me take F in my life, so I'm only on vacation. So I go back the end of this coming week.
Ain't that a mess?
Yeah.
That election.
And it's a mess in there. It's a mess, and the people are more and more they sent out to get sent out. So they're losing a lot of patients because they can't keep them. The CDC said they can't keep them in the building. Once they test positive, they can't keep them in the building.
right. Well, we're gonna be keeping y'all in prayer and everything. Keep in contact. Don't be on the phone. Don't put your tennis shoes away. He'll tell.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. Well, I'm looking like I gotta get in touch with you and Evangelist Brenda and all y'all and see how y'all doing. I want to hear from the saints while this COVID thing is going on. Don't y'all be getting y'all tennis shoes on. Take your tennis shoes off. But anyhow, y'all, we getting ready to sign off. I love y'all immensely. Y'all know we got service tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We trying to pull this. We're gonna start moving the service up earlier. I felt like sick to my stomach when I said that, like a little bit. Like I felt like a rise in my chest. We moving the service. We moving the service up. So not 3:30, but
Apostle,
3 o'clock. Mhm.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Before we go, I just have to tell you. So not only we got the corona going around. Starting yesterday, we had a bird just constantly flying from the tree. It's a tree like that's like adjacent to like our patio area. It was flying from the tree and hitting the window. I have like a skylight like window, and it was just constantly for like hours. We went to bed last night, got up this morning. Okay, the bird came back and was doing it again this morning. I'm trying to read. I got up this morning, got my cup of coffee, my Bible, trying to read. I'm like, I know this not this bird again, just for hours. Flying to the window, hit it, go back to the tree. Fly. I'm like, what in the world? So I got up and rebuked it.
I would
It
have
died,
to.
but I'm like, what is this?
It sound like he going crazy. I will continue to rebuke it until he go nest somewhere else in Jesus' name.
So I
Wow.
was like, before you got off, I had to tell you because I'm like, you got the corona, it's summer one day, winter the same, the next day, you got the crazy
Angry
bird
birds.
flying towards the window. I'm like, what is really going on?
Lord Jesus. Yeah, that's how he going crazy. He going crazy. He going crazy. He going crazy.
Oh my goodness. But that's all I had.
No, it's okay. Well, I like hearing from y'all, so y'all stay in at least drop us an inbox, at least, and say I'm alive or something. Do something. All right, we want to hear from y'all in this COVID thing while we in shelter in place at least till it lift when they do it the right way. It sounds like our governor is trying to do it the right way in Illinois. I don't know about the other ones, so let's continue to follow all things with man and peace and everything and do right while y'all on this thing, but also discover. So I want y'all to go on YouTube, find you some tutorials, some fashion tutorials, people that got your body shape so you can find out what look good on you, what don't, have a good idea. Some makeup tutorials so you could, even if it's the basic. Right now I'm wearing something they call it the basic halo eye. You isolate over here in darkness and over here, and then you put the lightest color in the middle. You know, find you some tutorials on Facebook on how to do your makeup. Find you some tutorial skincare tutorials. These girls call, what do they call? Beauty Within. Those two girls, Felicia and Rowena. I love those two girls. They're called Beauty Within. They're going to teach you about how to take care of your skin. What's good for your skin, what's not. They're going to teach you how to find out if you're oily or if you're dry, or if you're oily combination or dry combination. They're going to teach you all of that. I'm oily combination, so in a heartbeat, right here on me, it'll be gone. And then if we in a move, sometimes the whole thing will be oily and slick. So they teach me how to dial back all of that with moisturization of my face. So definitely take that time out. Go on a self-discovery journey. Make this season great for you. You sitting at home right now. You might as well become great. Enter into your greatest self. Amen.
Man.
Amen. Well, I
Amen.
love y'all immensely deep. And I will catch y'all on tomorrow at 3 as we have our online service and everything. And prepare to move this redact the service backwards into a Earlier, earlier time, earlier time. uh, so I will chat with you ladies later. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Saturday. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.